Yeah.
for a day or two.
I think the biggest thing I took away was just like how much mountain biking could do with some form of just hospitality where...
Nice.
Well, in it though, you know, like how do you get all this big money running a team essentially making a car go around a track? Like it's the same as we're making bike teams are making a bike go down a hill. It's not like...
Yeah.
And it's because of the hospitality suites, and it's because of the opportunity to for people to go and do business there and all of that. And this is set up for it. It's quite the spectacle, isn't it?
It was quite the spectacle.
And we had tours and we had this and that, and that's why Marlborough supported Ferrari for all those years or whatever, because they could do their business.
Yeah, and I guess you come away with knowledge, you come away with feeling part of something.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, you're right, dude. I don't really know what hospitality is like at a downhill race. I guess there's really not that much unless you are...
there's not that much. And it'd be difficult to do it. I think they should like standardise like a motorway section so that you could, I don't know, have like an archway that goes over the track with a see-through floor or something, so that everyone can have a space above the track or just something like that.
I always refer to in my brain, I'm like, well, it's hard to see because they're in the woods, but then that doesn't work because Formula One, they're around the other side of the track for half of it, most of it, 90% of it, you don't see them.
Yeah. And you might listen to this and think it's irrelevant, but it's absolutely not, because the drivers of the Formula E cars have really quite small followings.
Yeah.
And yet in a mountain bike race, you can walk up to the pits and Greg Minnaar, the greatest of all time, will be literally stood there. So we have a sport that is like, it is like you can market it in a different way. Like it is like comparable. It's not like just...
Yeah.
It's not comparable.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
though?
Like, the deliverables are comparable.
Yes, yeah, and you're providing something that, basically, if we could nail hospitality, then downhill could be way bigger. I think.
Mate, I've never thought about it like that. I've never really thought about it like that. I think because we're in it, you don't really think that people, because if you go to downhill, you get hospitality in a way that you can go in the pits and you can do whatever. But most people don't have that, and sponsors probably don't even have that. I guess if you're sponsoring a downhill team, I bet you can go in that rig, but you're not going to get canapes. You're going to go to a burger van.
Imagine at the minute I set up the Focus World Cup downhill team.
Yeah,
I'm going to be the team manager. You know, like on Drive to Survive, one of those charismatic team managers.
I mean,
I've managed to get Marlborough to sponsor it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, cigarettes, good old fashioned Marlborough. We got like head to toe red Troy Lee outfits with Marlborough white
smoke coming off your head.
We look pretty cool, right? The team is cool. It's popping. The head of marketing and one of the big wigs from sales is coming to the race.
Yeah.
What can I currently give him that gives him access? He can look around the pits, but everyone can look around the pits. He's in an umbrella and he can walk up into the woods. Like, it is a hard thing to make it into like this sort of like... Because ultimately, we've all got VIP access. This sport is so cool. You can walk down the trackside, see the world's best come past.
Yeah.
At 40 miles an hour through roots, rocks, jumping off stuff. Like, how could we make downhill more like...
Man, that's so interesting. Yeah, the deliverables are similar. It just needs to happen, doesn't it? There needs to be a truck roll-up that's a hospitality truck. And I'm just trying to think back to a few of the World Cups I've been to. You know, Shimano did something. You could go and stand on top of the Shimano rig. It's kind of cool, but it's different. It's not it's a single brand. It's not quite it, is it?
No. I mean, it is the start of it, isn't it?
Please use the comment section. Let's hear, how do you make downhill more hospitable to hospitable?
Is it even the right word, hospitality? I think it is.
Yeah, hospitable to sponsors. How do we get those big bucks in? How do they get those big bucks in? I was just thinking back as well, because Crankworx just took place.
Yeah.
And I saw there, you know, Pink Bike had almost like a hospitality setup, it looked like. You could win, I think you could go and hang out and watch from the Pink Bike hospitality section. So that's kind of an element of it.
It is, and I've completely forgotten about this, but I was DMR brand manager and I went there. Right, so I've actually done this. Yeah. So in that scenario, right, I was DMR's brand manager and we were booking ads on Pink Bike.
Yep.
So as you know, but maybe if you're listening, you don't know, I've always ridden for DMR, but I have also worked for them. And at one point I was kind of representing the brand as the brand manager at at Crankworks. And we went heli biking. We did a escape room, and then I watched the finals from the thingy. So that is hospitality.
Yes.
So it absolutely does.
It is
happen,
out there. Yeah, it is.
I think that is hospitality that you can give to a guy with scabs on his arms who rides mountain bikes.
Yeah,
and he's going to be stoked.
Yeah,
but I think the
Marlboro
difference,
CEO isn't gonna.
Yeah, I think that is the difference. Is like these sort of out of industry sponsors. It needs to be really quite something. It needs to be quite the spectacle, and it needs to be quite an experience, doesn't it, for them to...
I think we should make a note of this and pick it up as well with our guest tomorrow, because I think he'd have some great insights into it.
Great idea. Yeah. Yes.
So the CEO of Marlboro is here tomorrow, right?
That's right.
We're going to be smoking every episode.
Imagine. Right. Talking of that, I could go for a cigarette break. Let's go to an ad.
Okay, we're back.
Great start, dude. Great start.
Oh, that was the cough for the smoking cough.
Oh, it was a
gag. Some people got it.
Keep it in.
And if you got it, throw a like on the video.
Keep it in, Doug. Yeah, well, that was a fun conversation, actually, thinking about hospitality.
It was. I enjoyed that. I think now we like hospitality now, I'd say. Now we're car guys.
Big time. We need to bring it into downhill. Hey, I
TLC
just because we've had a break
suite.
and we've had time to reflect, I really like the idea of a company that sponsors the World Cup, let's just say Motul, if they had a double high container set up, and then either side of the containers you had like bars, so that all the bigwigs from all of these different companies could line up, and then Bruni can come through the middle, pedaling into the final jump on the World Cup circuit. You can't imagine that wouldn't be
It's
exciting...
Cool. No, it's cool. It's a good idea. And obviously you have TVs in there, you can watch the top of the run, because that's what you do when you're...
Immersive GoPro experience, canapes, drinks, those are very, very important for these people.
Canapes are most important. Yeah. And drinks.
Pit experiences,
lanyards.
A track walk, lanyards.
Lanyards make it.
Lanyards
as soon as you've got a lanyard around your neck,
dude, you can't imagine it not being good. It would be so cool.
Yeah, it would. I agree totally. Maybe that's what, maybe that and a Drive to Survive style documentary, and it's made.
That can
help. This podcast goes through the roof because there's so many new fans.
That would help the most.
So many new fans. I think we spoke about that before, but I always think that if one massive...
Okay.
Hey
man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, I love
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
And so on can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.